Okay, so this is going to be very simple. So this is where you're actually going to be able to chat. So if you want to type anything, you can type here. Let's say hello over here. So you can actually type here. Let me use Credo. So you can type here saying hello, and then you can send it. Okay, so that's what you can do. And when you click here to, you'll be able to attach files. So let's say if you want to attach any file, you can attach a file here, and then once you do that, it will be sent to the person. Over here is where you can use emojis to chat. So you can see over here, right? And if you want to turn it off, you click here. And if you want to translate any text, you can use this. And if you want to rewrite something with an AI, you can do this. And if you want to record, you click on this and record, and after you click on here to send. That's how it works. Now, let me show you something a little. Over here, you could see bot reply on. So if someone comes into your DM and you want to communicate with the person, because the bot reply on and then the AI reply is on, when you're conversing with the person, it will interrupt because the AI, the chatbot is on. So what you can do is to just click here to turn it off and click this one to turn it off, and then you can converse with the person. Okay, if you are done with that, you can turn it back on so the AI will continue conversing with the person when you are not around. Over here, as you can see, this is where it will capture the information of the person. So if someone comes here, they give you a telephone number, they give you a note, their name, the type of room they want, the time they want to check in, all of that will be recorded here. So you can see it over here. If you want to add any notes, you just click on notes and say something like follow up. You hit enter. Once you hit enter, it's being recorded over here. That's how it works. Also, over here at the custom field, you could see we have check-in date and time, check-out date and time, full notes, full name, date, note, payment confirmation. Let's say credit payment network message atom height. Now you want to indicate that this person, let's say, I'll probably say, okay, this is not much important, but let's come to the labels. So over here, let's say I reached out to you, but you want to indicate that I showed interest or maybe I booked. You can tap here and say booked. Okay, and when you click on book, you just click on here to save it. Now what this means is that if you want to send a broadcast message to all of, maybe there's a promotion at atom height, and we want to send a message to all those who booked, we can just use this label to send a message to them. So all we have to do is just look for all those with a tag called booked, or all those with their name having booked attached to it. So right now, Credit Payment Network has booked attached to it, and we can easily send a message to all those with those names attached to it. So now have a look at the note that we did. You can see here, follow up, right? Looking very good. Now with the custom field, it's not needed for now. It is what helps us to be able to tell that this is the full name, this is the node, this is the check-in date. It's something more of the backend. Right, so this is more of what you need to know over here. Now there's one particular important thing I want you to know. So this is called the outside 24 window. What this means is that if someone sends you a message, you have 24 hours to communicate with the person. So if that 24 hours exhaust and the person hasn't sent any message again, it will turn into red, which means you can't send a message. So look at it. When I sent a message, we saw sending message outside 24-hour window is not allowed. It means you can't keep on conversing with the person every day unless this thing turns to green. So the only time where this will turn into green is when the user sends you a message. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you to see. I'm on my phone right now, and I'm going to send a message to atom height. Okay, so I'm going to send something like hi. Probably it will say wrong format because there's already conversation going on, which I've okay. So it looks good here, and as you can see, okay, I'm going to send another message. I will say nothing, and it comes here. So you could see each one that comes. There's this, ping sound that helps you to know that someone has sent you a message. So if you're on your PC and you don't close, you get this ping message, even on your phone as well. Now we are going to do something. I'm refreshing it, and then you notice that when I click on Credit Payment Network now, it shows inside 24-hour window, which means I can start conversing with this client, you can send a message, hello, over here to me, and then it will be received at my end. Now over here, you can turn off the bot reply and AI reply if you want to have the personal conversation with me. So you could see all these ones here have 24-hour window over here, right? You see them over here as well. So this one is outside 24-hour window. So when it happens like this, when it happens that the person is outside 24-hour window, then what you can do is you can click on this plus sign and then go to message flow or templates. So here you can click on, let's say, any of the message flow here. So far we've not set anything here. We'll have bot flow. So if you say any of this, let's say welcome to Atom Heights, this one doesn't work. However, what we can do is we can set something called a message template. So you can send a message template. So I'm looking at the system. If it requires I have to create a message template for you, I'll do that so that you can actually send a message to these people even when they are inside the 24-hour window. I mean this particular one, right? Other than that, this is more of what you need to know over here and then over here. Also, when you click on these three dots here, you can actually reset the user flow. What this means is that you can make it look like it is the first time the person has messaged you. That means the conversation is going to start all over again, even though this person has already communicated with you. If you click on reset user input flow, what will happen is that when this person sends a message again, they're going to see this very first message. Thank you for reaching out, appear Alex. It means the conversation is going to restart all over again. If you want to block this person, you can just go to unsubscribe. If you want to clear all the chat, you can go to clear chat history and to be deleted. Now over here at the follow up here, you can click on this. You can set that you want to follow up with this person maybe 1 hour later, 6 hours later. So when you click on 1 hour later, it will set by default 6 hours later or 1 hour later, so that after 1 hour you get notification and you'll be able to follow up with this person. And then here you can search. Okay, you can search for anything inside this conversation right now and you see. And then this is where you can actually turn on the settings. You can turn on the dark mode, for yourself. Switch to light mode. And if you're on a phone, you can just download it onto your phone. So if you give it access to the customer service, they can download it onto their phone, sign in, and then they can have access to it. They need to have access to it so they can easily follow up on clients. Okay, and here is just, these ones are not really needed for now. I just like, you want to archive a chat, you want to make it look like unread. This is where all the chats are. This is where those that you saved in your, we've saved for you will reflect. That's a contact that we've saved, but so far we've not done anything. So you can be searching them here. You can actually come here and search for them like Atom, because that's the name that you used. And you see the Atom here, right? If you want to clear it, you can just clear it, and then everything will be back on. So this is just an 8-minute section about all that you need to know. Other than that, on this side, you don't need to do anything. Just that this dashboard gives you an idea of those who have messaged you. You could see how many people are reaching out. On 6th June, people were really reaching out. And that's more of what this is actually about. I hope this is helpful and it can help you to navigate through your system very well.